Well, growing up in California, my folks would get us all into the car every couple of years and head on down to Texas across old Route 66 to see the grandparents and the rest of the family. Of course, traveling across old Route 66 was always an adventure, particularly when you had a carload of kids. You know, cars didn't have a lot of creature comforts in those days. No Bluetooth, no satellite, no TVs, no Game Boys, none of that stuff, and no AC. So how did you keep the family happy on a trip like this? Well, one way was to promise a trip to Disneyland on the way home. You know, that's an awful lot of an incentive. And in 1959, when these shots were taken, Disneyland was only about 4 years old. So it was quite a attraction in 1959. Certainly enough of an incentive to keep the kids quiet in the back. Also, as along the way, you would make lots of stops. You know, you would see all the sights, make sure you dropped into. We'd detour off Route 66 to places like Sunset Crater, north of Flagstaff, and also up the Grand Canyon and other places like that. Make sure we saw all the sights. There was also the cliff dwellings, which I have a whole nother video on, which was quite a surprise. No one talks about there being cliff dwellings on old Route 66 now, but if you look back in 1959, there was something there. If you get a chance, check out my other video. It's in a link below. So what did we do to occupy ourselves during these long hours in the car? Well, comic books, of course, and any other reading material we had. We also played the license plate game for hours on end. So what did we do to beat the heat in the desert Southwest? It was hot out there, and there was no AC in the car. Well, almost every car you met had this desert water bag on the front of it. I don't know, we never had one. We had a cooler inside the car, but almost all the cars had one of those. We had a swamp cooler attached inside the passenger side window. We found the most effective use for it was to sit directly behind it, and when Mom pulled the cord that refreshed the water in it, you get a spray in the back seat. That was the best way to keep cool. It didn't seem to do much to cool the car down. The ultimate cool down strategy is to stop in Needles, California at the Colorado River and just go out and jump into it, clothes and all. And that's what we did every time we traveled through there.